Hey, good evening, ladies and gents. How you all doing? It's BK in the Xbox, Kebab, the racing guru. Welcome to the channel tonight, ladies and gents. I hope you're doing well. I wish I was, but I'm pissed off with people. I'm always pissed off with people. But there's one person here I'm not pissed off with, and that is my co-comms partner, Mr. Oldman, dude. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Yeah, I'm probably slightly better mood than you are right now, but yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Damn right. But we've got some motor racing coming at you tonight, courtesy of Tier 3 in TIR, ladies and gentlemen. And man, oh man, a few people are going to feel my wrath. That's all I'm going to say. But I hope you're all doing well. Do you know what, Oldman? I love having my time wasted.
Oh, I know. I feel like they've released the Beerzilla today.
Yeah, Beerzilla is here, ladies and gents, and he is enough. I'm going to watch my language. Good evening to Pumpy. How you doing? Good to see you. Josh Price, welcome. Base. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Ash Rainbow, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a thoroughly good race this evening. I'm waiting for people who have been pinged and pinged and pinged and pinged and pinged to turn up. If you sign up to come and race in this league, you better turn up or I kick your ass out of it. It's that simple. Isn't that right, Oldman?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, to be fair, it's wasted your time. It's wasted a lot of people's time. There's seats available for people in the
Yeah,
server
this
that
is
wanted seats, and we couldn't give it to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's people that let this. It's not nothing to do. The league's fantastic, a fantastic league. You know why? Because I run it. That's why. But
dear.
what I will say is that, well, Angie, of course, I may have been too.
Oh no, I don't run it.
You know.
I don't run it. I
But
just get told off.
it's like, you know, I've got 20 or 30 drivers who are desperate for seats, right? And I'm turning drivers away, left, right, and centre, and then people decide to no show at the last second. That, ladies and gents, and I'm speaking on behalf of all league owners across the board here, but that, ladies and gents, is what grinds my gears. And I'm in the fortunate position where I can sit here and let loose and tell people what I really think, because they can't do a damn thing about it apart from listen and cringe in embarrassment as I tear them new arseholes. Do you know what I mean?
Dear, you didn't do the rant alert. Sorry.
I should have done, mate. Yeah.
I
should have clicked the rant alert, mate. I know I should have done.
Should have.
I should have done.
I feel sorry for the people on PUBG after tonight's race. That's
Yeah,
all I'm going to say.
oh, mate, we're going to do some killing tonight, man, I tell you. And that's even
Team
before,
killing.
and that's before you even get to play PUBG, mate, you know what I mean? But the guys are readying up, so we're going to get going. Jarlo has pressed the trigger, so we're going to get going. AJ says, don't watch your language, let loose. He knows me well. And AJ has been witness to many a beer and kebab PUBG rant. He knows what I'm capable of. Silas from FRA. How you doing, man? Long time no see. I hope you're doing really well. Watto, good evening, buddy. Good evening. Welcome. I hope you go well tonight, Brate. Hope you go well. Have a good race. Last league tables out for you, of course, after Q tonight.
I wonder if Silas knows where Alan is.
Yeah. Probably too fat to fit in his car, mate. That's what it was. That's why this was not racing tonight. I'm just kidding. His old nickname was Fatty, but yeah. Anyways, let's go check. I'm just trying to check something real quick, actually. There we go. Okay, right. Just waiting for the driver to ready up. Silas has just come home from hospital because of badly broken upper arm. My goodness me, what have you done, dude? Holy shit, that doesn't sound good. I hope, I know it's going to take a while to recover. I've broken my arm myself, man, so I know. But I wish you the speediest of recoveries, matey. And hopefully you'll be back racing soon, the next few months. Speedway crash. Yes, because I remember you telling me a long time ago that you're semi-pro, if not pro speedway racer, if I recall correctly. But I wish you a speedy recovery, dude. Okay, thumbs up. And plenty of painkillers, plenty of rest, and just, you know, you're young, so that you're gonna heal quick. You're gonna heal quick, mate. You know, a couple months, and you'll be back better than ever.
Yeah, not like us, mate. We'd still be injured after 6 months.
No, if I break a fingernail, I'm out for a year. You know what I'm saying? At my age. But anyway, let's go trackside, and we're going to take a look at tonight's runners and riders in this Imola Grand Prix. I almost forgot to say the track, actually. I think I did say Imola. But yes, we are at Imola, ladies and gents. I did. That's a good start. That's a good start. Okie dokie.
I think Imola came between.
It's
I'm
because
pissed off.
You know
and
what?
Good evening.
It's because they're scared. They're scared of Imola because it's an old school racing circuit that sorts out the men from the pussies. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. I'll get some telemetry up as well. Okay, right, from the top then we have Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Going to find out. Briefing Cow, Knizzle, Ash Rainbow, Dreadling, Bloisey 44, Dan Motorsport, a base, Watto, Farmer Giles himself, Mr. TIR, Brutal, Brave Container, AJ, Era, Scattergold, and Bruno G39. The artist formerly known as Night Fury Damage, of course. Looks like I've got a Red Bull out on track at the moment. Is that Mr. Brutal? It is indeed Brutal, so we'll just jump on his car for a minute. Can we have a quick audio check in the chat? How are we sounding? We sounding good? We sounding like real good, real loud, real angry? Jason, how you doing, man? Respusha! How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you all. Great to see you all.
Jason can actually help out Silas and send him some painkillers.
He can, indeed. Yeah, don't hog all the painkillers, Jason. Silas needs them, man. He's got he's got a really badly broken arm, dude. And he needs those opiates. He needs the cocodamol. He needs the coproxene, the codeine. He needs it all, man. He needs the naproxen. You know what I mean? He needs everything.
And also some TIR love. And he's going to get.
Do you know what? I was just about to say that, some TIR. I was thinking, does that sound a bit too corny? But no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You see, I'm in a bad mood. I want to rant at people, but I also want to be nice to the people who deserve me to be nice to. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here comes Brutal. He's about to start his first flying run without any further ado. Let's jump on board current championship leader as he makes his way through turn 1 of this 19-corner circuit into turn 2, otherwise known as the Tamburello chicane. Of course, formerly it was a long left-hander until Ayrton Senna decided his favourite brand of ice cream was Wars. I can't believe I just fucking said that. Jesus Christ, but I did. Into the Villeneuve chicane, looking nice and tidy. And he's making his way down towards the Tozer hairpin, left-hander, 100-degree left-hander, adverse camber. You got to watch the power getting on. Got to watch it get on the power as it come up the hill, but looking good so far. Making his way towards the Piratella left-hander. Putting rollers in 5th gear. Yeah, 5th gear, around about 130 miles an hour. Back on the power again, down towards the famous Aqua Minerale right-hander. Very, very tricky corner. Again, the track falls away from you, and it's easy to kick up those rear tyres there and go flying into wall. But nicely done through there, into the Virianti outer chicane. I don't know why people say Virianti outer chicane, because in Italian that means chicane, outer chicane. It's Virianti outer or the outer chicane. Anyways, he's into the Ravazzas, double left-hander. Turns 17 and 18. Nicely through there, back on the power. But there's a little kink coming up here, the pit entrance with turn 19. Not really a corner, but here he goes. Brutal, straight away, the 15.693. That's the fastest lap in qualifying so far we've seen this week, mate.
It's a bit quick. It is a bit
It's
quick.
lively.
Ash Rainbow is going to be your next one now.
I'm already on him, mate. I'm already on Mr. Ash Rainbow. Of course, he's had a good start to the season as well. Ash Rainbow, this first run, 16.675. I see we've got Briefing Cow just coming through Tamburello. Dreadlin is making his way down through Virianti Outer. A base just coming down to Aqua Minerale. Scatter Gold. I'm going to go Scatter Gold. In fact, no, I want to go Bloisy. It's about to complete a lap.
Is
16.1 there from Bloisy, showing some decent early pace there in his first run. Let's look at Scatter Gold coming through the Ravazzas. See what he gets on. Nick, how you doing? Says Singapore's a bad run. Going to wait until we do Hungary. Of course, yes. Nick's finally in TIR on cross-platform, doing the cross-platform trialist race tonight, which Roch is hosting at the moment.
a base.
Scatter Gold goes through. Sorry, I was chatting away. A base goes through the 16.641. Farmer Giles. Brave Container spun it. Farmer Giles. He's just coming down to Aqua Minerale.
The double-barrelled name of Dung Heap, I believe.
Dung Heap. Yeah, that's what I've christened him. Because somebody says it's TIR Farmer Piles. And I was like, no, it's TIR Dung Heap Piles. Let's jump on board, though, with the smelly one. Let's see how he gets on.
Speaking of smelly.
Yeah, Con's in the chat. Yeah, just get the air freshener out, man. Hang on. I'm just going to watch this lap from Farmer Giles and I'm going to get the air freshener out. Here comes Farmer Giles coming through. What's he got in the tank on his first run? Not bad. 16.486 in his first run. That's pretty solid there from the smelly one. Bob the Builder is on a, yeah, Bob the Builder's on a push lap. Take over the comms for 2 secs, mate. There's something I need to take care of.
Yeah, no problem. So he's gone through the long left-hander. I can't remember what that was called after the Villeneuve chicane. But he's one of the favourite corners on this track as well for myself will be the Aqua Minerale, I believe, which, as Zirconium told me, is just translated as spring water, basically, mineral water. So one of my favourite names for a corner, but he negotiates that quite well from Mr. Builder himself.
All right, I'm here.
And now the
go on, finish the lap, mate. Finish the lap. Sorry.
Whatever that chicane was called again, the Arialta.
Virianti Outer.
I'm not very good with the languages that come out with, but I know the Ravazzas 1 and 2. He's in that coffee company. He's coming down now. The start finish straight. Looking at the 17s here for Bob. It's an 18.9 for Bob the Builder. So thank that for him, mate.
Well, it was something else. It was something else ending in anchor. That a banker lap, though. I'm just kidding. Bruno's on a push lap. Listen, the smell in here. I've got Farmer Piles on track. I've got Cod in the chat. Got to get some air freshener around this place. Jesus Christ, it absolutely stinks. There we go. Oh, that smells better. Okay, here comes Bruno on his first run. The artist formerly known as Night Fury Damage. Let's see how he gets on this first run. 16.497 puts him in a P6. It's pretty solid lap. Did Dan Motorsport go again?
Yeah, validated.
Okay. Where's Wado? Sector 2 coming up towards the Piratellas. AJ's had a spin.
So I think just gone through the chicane.
Yeah. Jump on board with Knizzle. Jason's reckons a 15.6. Well, he's nailed it so far because that's what Brute's got, a 15.6. So far so good. I need to do a prediction, I think, for the race itself. I've not done one actually for a little while. I keep on forgetting. Terrible. Washed streamer. 17.5 for Knizzle on his first run. We'll go back to Wado now. He's making his way down towards the Ravazzas. Guys, can we have a quick audio check, please, in the chat? I always ask because sometimes the co-coms is loud, sometimes they're quiet, and I want to make sure you guys can hear Alban.
Oh, there's not a lot of people that can't hear me. Oh, damn, Motorsport's just lost it going through with the chicane. The Alpine's not having fun right now, mate.
That's Rainbows on the push. I mean, I can hear you, mate, and you're not even in Xbox Party. You're just speaking loud from Scunthorpe or wherever it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. 200 miles away, mate, and I can hear you loud as day, mate. Right, Ash Rainbow is slightly down at Sector 1 split, just making his way out of Tosa up towards Piratella. So he gets on. 5th gear for the Piratella left-hander. Similar kind of speed of Brutal, just under a smidge under 130 miles an hour, coming down to heavy braking zone of Aqua Minerale. And actually, that is smoothly done for Aqua Minerale. Back on the power again, up to the Variante Outer. And he's found time. He's found 2 tenths after Sector 1. He's a tenth up overall, but has found 2 tenths in that second sector. So, all looking good. What are you laughing at?
Pompey.
What is that? What is that? Who is that?
TIR Pompey.
Yeah, but what's
in your chat?
Yeah, I know, but what's the
audio looks fine.
Yeah. P5 for Ash Rainbow. Audio looks fine. Sounds fine. Oh my god. Do you know, it took me a while to realise that as well, I must admit. But thank you, Pumpy. Carton King says the comms is great as always. Thank you so much, man. I'll pay you later. Broken Tail makes his way out of the Villeneuve chicane on his first run. Of course, he had a spin in his first legit run. He had a spin first lap. He's back on the power now, out of Tosa. Purple Sector 1, which is pretty good.
Is the Villeneuve chicane named after Jacques or Gilles? Or is it just a Villeneuve chicane?
I'm going to answer that question with a question. Okay? Would you name any corner after Jacques Villeneuve? And there's your answer.
It's just because they've got Villeneuve in, isn't it Gilles Villeneuve in Canada?
Right. I'll put it another way. There were 2 Villeneuves in Formula 1. One was a goat. The second was a biggest pile of crap who basically just sat in a car, did nothing, and the car won him a world championship.
I was just wondering what it was named after, mate.
It was
with Canada being Gilles.
Gilles Villeneuve, mate. Gilles Villeneuve. Who arguably is the greatest driver never to win a world championship. I think he would have won a world championship had he not, of course, had that horrific crash. Boise goes P3, by the way, 16.118. I think that just went through. I'm on board with Braithwaite Taylor at the moment, and 16.497. I'm going to jump on board with Dreadling, who also did a 16.667.
Scatter gold.
Is he going to push that? Just on P2, 16 flat. Nice lap there from Scatter. What else is petition for Pumpy to change his gamer tag to TIR Numpty?
Giles turned it up as well. 16.2, 2 tenths faster for Giles.
Nice. I'm looking at the chat. Jason says the pain. Oh, okay, painkiller's not working. Doctor said I might need a needle in my SV bone to help the pain. Well, give your painkillers to Silas because he needs them.
Briefing cow.
Briefing cow. Where's he? Okay, something with a briefing cow. And he improves. Goes P2. The 15.729. So we're starting to see the timing screens getting set alight now. Bruno is also up as well at the Sector 2, Sector 1 split. He was a 10th up. So he is pushing up now. Let's see how
Dan
he gets on.
Motorsport is actually going to set a time as well, I think, now.
Yeah, so that come through.
Potentially. No, he's
no.
he's Aqua Minerale at the minute.
Oh, back on board of Bruno, just coming through the Ratzes. He's actually lost a little bit of time in Sector 2. He's just up on his previous lap time, but in fact, he's bailing out. He's coming into the pits. So we'll go on board with, where's Bob the Builder? He's coming up through...
Motorsport, mate.
I'm just looking at the other cars, mate.
Okay.
Just looking at the other cars. Pipe down.
All right, boss man.
That's right. Here comes Dan Motorsport. Let's see, Alvin new. 16 flat. Well, 16.077. Not quite 16 flat from Dan Motorsport. That puts back to P4. So look at Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Comes through the Variante Alta chicane. Or as they say in Italian, the chicane, Alta chicane. It's true.
This is going to be quick as well. This is in the 16s, mate.
What, Bob the Builder? What, 2 minutes 16?
Yeah. 16.
Talking of 2 minutes 16, Cod's in the chat. Hey, Cod. Here comes Bob, 16.454. Good improvement there from Bob the Builder. Makes his way up into the top 10. Goes P9, but straight away somebody just jumped him. Possibly Dreadling. The 16.3 from Dreadling. Kid Nizzle's on a push lap. He's down. AJ was up at his Sector 2 split. Just coming through the Ravazzas now. I think this is where Spuds is going to find a lot of time here. It's a pretty tidy lap, actually. 15.643 from AJ. Takes provisional pole. And he has thrown the gauntlet down to TIR Brutal, who is now on a push lap, ladies and gents, coming through the Villeneuve chicane. You've got to watch the exit there, because it's so easy just to drift a little bit wide to the left, and you pick up some kitty litter, some gravel, and that's your lap done and dusted. But he just about took the perfect line through the Villeneuve chicane. He's now coming up through Piratella now. Caught the apex beautifully, allowed the car to drift wide on the outside into Aqua Minerale, tucks the car in, straightens it up, gets on the power quickly. This is smooth. This is looking tidy. Making his way to Variante Alta. He is slightly up. Is aggressively using the curves as he exits the Alta chicane, making his way down. He needs to find in total 5 100ths of a second to take provisional pole off AJ. Making his way now through the Ravazzas. Nice and smooth so far for Brutal. Runs it through. Oh, using all the track, all the curve. This is a lovely lap. He's put together a really, really good lap here. And he takes provisional pole, the 15.575. That was a consummate lap there from the Brutal one. Here comes Ash Rainbow. He has found time. This could be possibly around about 16 flat here. Yeah, 16.043 for Ash Rainbow. Puts him at the P5. That's a mighty lap. Waddo's on a push lap at the moment as well. He is way up. Sector 2 split. This is a quick lap from Waddo as well. Let's see what he can do. Coming out of the Ravazzas now. Looks nice and smooth there for the second part of the Ravazzas. Back on the power. And this could be possibly a high 15s here from Waddo. 16.008 goes P4. Look at that, mate. Less than a tenth covering 4 cars at the moment. That is very, very close. Oh, hello. Oh, I thought someone having a spin there. So look at a base. We've not seen a base yet. Currently on a push lap. Just making his way down towards the, through the Villeneuve chicane. All looking nice and tidy so far as he makes his way down towards Toza. Already 2 tenths up in the first sector. This, if he can hold it together, it will be a mighty lap from a base. Good even challenge pole here. Depends how the rest of the lap gets on. Comes into Piratella. Yeah, hits the apex beautifully. Runs the car wide using all the track available. Making his way down the hill towards Aqua Minerale. And again, aggressive use of the curbs. Oh, he's just... Oh, that's so harsh. That is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm going to swear. That's bullshit. That was not an invalidation. I don't care what anyone says. I was on board. I saw that. That was perfect. In my eyes. I think a base has been robbed here of a very good lap. I really do.
Yeah, I seen it on your stream. That was marginal, very marginal.
Well, it wasn't. In my mind, mate, it wasn't even marginal. It was. He nailed it. His right tyres, mate, were never off the white line. They were never the wrong side of the right line, I should say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here comes Scar Gold, though. See if he can improve his run. Brutal is done. AJ has managed to time it beautifully, so he's going to get another bite of the cherry, as is Briefing Cow as well. This is going to be Scatter Gold's only push lap The battery only works for one lap around here, so this is do or die time. Currently sat in P5. Only needs a very small improvement to go to the row, and he does it. He improves quite a bit. Just outside Briefing Cow goes P4, the 15.797. Dan Motorsport making his way down towards Aqua Minerale. Who else we got on push laps at the moment?
We've got Piles, who's
Okay.
coming through sector 1 into sector 2.
It's Brave Container. Brave Container, I think, and then Dan Motorsport.
Bruno's boxed.
Okay, he's done. So it is Brave Container then just coming through the Revatsas now. Aggressively using the curbs, gets on the power nice and early, but this is not an improvement. I think he's made a mistake somewhere. It's about 3 seconds
He's
off.
going again though, he's got 60% battery, so
Okay, yeah.
try again.
That's fine. Oh, hello. Oh, Bob the Builder's had a spin. That's
Yeah, he's on the kit there.
Tamburello. Dan Motorsport.
Farmer Piles through the Revatsas now.
Is he in front of Dan Motorsport? Oh, he's not. Okay. Here comes Giles. And he goes P5 with the 15.991. Well, eyes now on AJ and Briefing Cow. They're both pretty close together on track at the moment. AJ was slightly down the sector 1 split. He's going to try and pick up a toe off this car in front. Could be a Ferrari. It's hard to tell the back end of that car. Yeah, it looks like it's a Ferrari. It's a Brave Container who's on a push lap himself. So AJ will either be getting a benefit of a toe here or getting some dirty air as he comes through. That's going to be... Oh! Well, I see that to me should have been an invalidation.
Yeah.
So why wasn't the bases? So why was the bases an invalidation? That makes no sense. AJ fighting the car, he's fighting that back end here. Has he got the pace to put this on pole? Still, it's a pretty decent lap to be fair. He's had to fight the car. Mind you, the Aston Martin is a pretty awful car to be fair. But target times, no, he's backed out, so he's not going to go for pole. Briefing Cow, its eyes are on him now, coming out of the Revatsas. This could be close. 15.575, ladies and gents, is the target. Oh, he's just outside, but he goes P2. He goes P2 with a 15.601. Great lap there from Briefing Cow.
Brave Container improved as well and got himself up into the top 10.
Nice there from Brave Container, the 16.136. A base, I totally agree, mate. That was not an invalidation, mate. That looked perfectly fine to me. Looked a perfectly good lap. On the exit of Aqua Minerale, I just think this game sometimes, you know what I mean? It just makes me want to puke.
It's about as consistent as Ferrari's strategy team.
It's about as consistent as Emma Raducanu. Actually, no, she is pretty consistent. She fucking loses all the time. So much for the great British tennis hope. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood.
Oh, everybody's a British hope when they're in sport.
Yeah, they go from a British hope to British hopeless. You know what I mean?
Apart from the Lionesses, in fairness.
Well, this is true. This is true. This is very true. Could you take some screenshots, please, mate? If you'd be so kind. Okay, so Brutal then takes pole that 15.575. Briefing Cow joins him on the front row as well. Then on row 2 we have AJ and Scattergold. Row 3, Bloisy and Piles. Row 4, Watto and Ash Rainbow. Row 5, Dan Motorsport, Brave Container. Row 6, Abase and Bruno. Row 7, Dreadling and Bob the Builder. And row 8 we have whoever is in P15, which is Knizzle. So there we go, ladies and gents. That is Q. Done and dusted. Has anyone left the server because of my rant? Let's have a little look. We're expecting a bunch of Division 3 drivers to leave the server. No one's left the server. That'll probably come later on. All right.
Maestro won't be able to find the button to leave the server at the minute.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some league tables, I think. We're going to head back to the command centre. Giles will give the hurry up. As to when the race start's going to be. I'm just going to go... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, let's go and take a look at some league tables, shall we? All righty then, let's get some league tables up as well. There we go. So this is after 3 rounds of the championship. Brutal is currently on 88 points from Dan Motorsport and 84 Ash Rainbow on 81. So it's very, very tight there. Early doors, of course, in the season. Only 3 rounds so far. Scattergold on 64. Midfield Maestro on 56. He's probably going to be on the toilet right now, barfing his guts up because he's drunk. Farmer Piles on 54. Wado also on 54. Bloisey 48. Briefing Cow on 44. And Bruno on 38. And makes up your top 10 so far. So there we go, ladies and gents. That is your top 10. We're going to do the prediction for the race, actually. I'm going to just get one hooked up, actually. Give me 2 secs, chat. And we'll get a prediction hooked up. And what should we have tonight? What's tonight's question going to be? Let's have a little look here. Chance to gamble your channel points, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll go for that one. Going to leave this up for 30 minutes as well. All right, have a look at the question and see what you think. The question tonight is, will the winner on track tonight get the fastest lap of the race as well? So will it be double bubble? Okay, so tonight's question is, will the winner on track also get fastest lap? So gamble responsibly. Don't forget, of course, you've got all those lovely sound alerts to use as well. And yeah, gamble responsibly, guys. But actually, no, gamble irresponsibly. Go for it. Fill your boots. Fill your boots, guys. Zirconium, how you doing? Says a petition for Oldman to do the formation lap and name as many corners as possible. I think he's got one. He knows the Ravatsas. Well, technically that's 2, isn't it, Oldman? Oldman? He's gone?
Yes, boss.
Oh, he is on. Are you listening?
I was in the toilet, but I am now.
Oh, my Lord. Was it a floater?
No.
Oh, that's all right.
No,
then.
it sank straight to the bottom. I didn't realise how dark it gets as well now.
Was that one of those magic ones, the depth charge, where it just goes straight down and leaves no trace? I get those
Yeah,
all the
but
time.
then you
They're
end
awesome.
up having to wipe both cheeks a lot because you're drenched.
Oh, my
Yeah,
Lord.
that's the
yeah.
one.
Splashback, yeah. Zirconium has put in the chat, petition for Oldman to do the formation lap and name as many corners as possible.
Oh, he's getting his own back because this is what I do to him on the hot laps and stuff. I get him to call out the corners and things, and I'm terrible at it.
Let's head back to the command centre real quick.
Cheers,
Zirconium.
I love you.
I'm with you on this one. It's going to happen. He is going to call the formation lap. And he's going to name all the corners. You better start Googling, mate.
Already on it, boss.
he's cheating. He's cheating.
It's. I can probably get the corners. It's whether I pronounce them properly. So we'll have a go at it.
Are you just going to try and mumble it? So it's trying to like a corner number 1 is corner number 2.
Do I have to call turn 7 tosser, or do I have to call it toser?
You have to call it by its proper name. Hayes, good evening. How you doing, Stacey? Good to see you. Zerk says, I predict he'll get 5. Well, the thing is, he knows the Ravatsas, so that's 2, is it? Because the Ravatsas 2 left-handers, so that's 2.
And I know mineral water.
Mineral water, yeah. Are you going to say? Yeah. Are you going to say it properly? The corner, the chicane after that, or are you going to do the mistake that most people go? They say, and it's the Virianti outer chicane, which is wrong.
It's not. It's just Virianti outer.
Virianti outer, or the outer chicane. Because otherwise, the direct translation is chicane, outer, chicane, which is wrong. See, not only do we provide great content on this channel, not only do we provide great racing, it's also an educational tool, ladies and gentlemen. I teach you how to speak foreign languages. Or if you listen to COD, or if you listen to COD when he does code calls to me, you get 2 hours of it.
Yeah, I have this reserve though because his pronunciation is incredible. The roll of the tongue and things like that. He's a bloody good one at that. I'm terrible. If it's not English, I'm stuck. Let's put it that way.
Right, okay, so we're going to just waiting for Giles to give them the hurry up. I think we've had a long enough break now. Sure, they're going to be ready to start racing.
I was waiting for you to change the prediction to how many corners will pronounce correctly. Maybe for a future stream, beer.
Maybe.
I'll have to keep that one in mind and make sure I Google the tracks next time on Co-Coppers with you.
Yeah, absolutely. What have I got an email from Tesco? Cod says stop being nice. Do you know what? Oh, I'm so tempted to do a rant alert. I really am. Well, I've kind of done an unofficial rant anyway. It was a good one. I'm going to enjoy watching the stream and watching that back and listening to my rant. on the state of league racing. Oh yeah, actually, do you know what?
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking about, do I do it, or do I try to save it for another time? You know what? I'm going to save it for another time. I'm going to save the rant alert for another time. I think.
What time are they readying up?
It's whenever Joel says so. He's lobby host, so he'll do the ready up, dude.
Okay.
In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't read them up already. Come on, Giles. Come on, leave that cow alone. Don't do that with a horse, Giles.
Yes.
It's illegal in the UK. He actually put "Let's go" 20 minutes ago, according to this.
Yeah, but knowing what Div 3 reactions are, they'll probably ready up in a minute.
Oh yeah, these guys, well, apart from the guys not checking in, on track, these guys' reactions are absolutely tip top. What time is it now? Come on, Giles. Giles! Waiting for Giles.
Is Giles okay?
I'll just put a quick note in the Discord. Take me down where the good stuff runs.
Everybody's getting on. Godzilla's told them to ready up.
Yeah, Cod's like, whatever, just get on with it.
Oh,
okay. Alrighty. So now we're going to move to the formation lap, and without looking at Wikipedia or Google, Olben is going to call out the corners. Can he get it right? We're about to find out, ladies and gents. Let's do this.
Just remember this, because you're in trouble next time we're in comms together.
Okay.
So, the start-finish straight.
Well
Otherwise
done.
known as... Well, it's otherwise known as Basser, isn't it? Is that what we call it?
I don't know, mate. I'm not looking at Wikipedia right now. You are.
Oh, well, I am, yeah. I have to.
Okay, come on.
But they're going to lead us up into turn 1 and turn 2, which is otherwise known as the Tamburello chicane.
Wrong. That's turn 2 and turn 3. Turn 1 is Basser.
Which turns 2, 3 and 4?
It's turns 2 and 3, mate. Not turn 1. Carry on.
Where is turn 1 then? Well, okay, we'll go through from turn 4. Then we're going up to turn 5 and 6, which is the Villeneuve chicane.
Mm-hmm.
Then up to turn 7, which I believe is going round now, which is Tosa.
Tosser.
You told me I wasn't allowed to say that. Turn 8, which
no, I was calling you a tosser.
isn't a turn at all. But we're going up to turn 9, which is Piratella. See, I'm getting there, look.
Great cigar. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
And now my favourite corner, which, beautifully named, which is Aqua Minerale. I love that name. It's brilliant, even though it only means spring water or mineral water or something. And then into the one that I can't pronounce ever, which is the how do you say it now? Virianti Alta.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
And then onto the final couple of 3 corners at the minute, which is 16, which hasn't got a name to it, but then there's 17 and 18, which is Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2. So I'm getting there as well, which I think is a coffee brand. That might be Lavazza.
Labatt's was a beer, wasn't it? Labatt's beer. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Labatt's might be a beer, boss.
Yeah, it could be, man. It could be.
I'm sure Witherspoons do a Lavazza coffee. Yeah. And then as we head up towards turn 19, which is on the corner of the start-finish line, and Virianti Basser to bring us round to start the grid up.
There we go. Cod says, beer, stop taking the piss. Are you taking the piss with that taking the piss comment? Unbelievable. Chat ban somebody. Do the world a favour.
Well,
anyways,
here we go. The disqualifications have started for lining the cars up.
Don't forget, of course, ladies and gents, up top right of the screen. In fact, I've not put it on yet. Jesus Christ. We need some beer lemmetry. We do need some beer lemmetry. It wasn't even on during qualifying. What a slack streamer. I told you I'm washed. I'm useless, rubbish. I'm in the past generation. Here we go, ladies and gents. Watch for those lights. We're going to have a crappy camera angle for a minute. We've got 3 lights. We've got 4 lights. All 5 lights are lit. The lights go out. And it is show time! And here we go. They're making away. Briefing Cow's got a jump on Brutal going into turn 1. I've got no angle, but here we go. Brutal, as Briefing Cow's got a fantastic start and has jumped Brutal going into turn 1. Through turn 2, the Tamburello, and then down towards the Villeneuve chicane. And it's Brooklyn P2, AJ in P3, Scattergold in P4. We've got some movement there. Watto has got a double overtake done on both Dan Motorsport and Ash Rainbow as they come to the Villeneuve chicane. We've got the two McLaren side by side there with... who was that? Dan Motorsport tucked right in there as they're coming towards Tosser. We've even got the Ferrari of Brave Container trying to go up the inside line. That's brave from Mr. Container. And I tell you what, he may have got the job done on Watto. Well, has he? They're side by side with Piratella. No, he decides to lift off to fight another day. Probably a wise call. They've got a base, I think, running a bit deep there at Piratella, but holds position in P12. Knizzle 13, Preacher 14, and Bruno. Oh, hello. Who was that doing a bit of Colin McRae's there at Aqua Minerale? I think that was Bloisy, and he's lost position to Dan Motorsport. And Watto's got through as well as they come into Variante Alta for the first time. And we'll just scroll back up through the field. And Briefing Cal, that superb start, got the jump on Brutal on the run down to turn 2. With AJ holding station in P3, Scattergold P4. The tyre structure you can see on the board there, everyone on hards apart from Dreadling, Ash Rainbow and Scattergold. So those medium runners are going to have to push and try and get some early positions. And Dan Motorsport's got off to a good start. And here we go, coming into the Tamburello chicane for the second time around. Ash Rainbow and Giles going side by side. And Giles just holds Ash Rainbow off there. But look at this, he's on the attack again, and look at Dan Motorsport looking really racy, coming towards the Villeneuve chicane. It's as you were at the moment, no DRS of course until lap number 3. But Ash Rainbow looking particularly racy tonight, mate, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. I'm just looking further back as well. The battle between Dreadlin, Braver Container and Blois is spicing up a little bit as well.
Well, there's going to be a train from Farmer Giles down to the rest of the pack. Giles is struggling to get those tyres working at the moment. He's dropped 3 seconds off Scattergold. Top 4 have really dropped Giles like a bad dose of mad cow disease. Bloisy has had another moment at Aqua Minerale and he has dropped down to P11. We've got Dreadling getting all over the back of Brave Container now as they make their way down towards the Ravazzas. The gap now between 4 up to 3.4 seconds. DRS, of course, well, technically it is activated on the next lap. There's only one DRS zone, of course, around this particular circuit, so it will kick in right at the end of this next lap. As Scattergold sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's going to attack AJ, I think, with those fresh tyres coming in towards turn 2. Is he going to get the move done? Goes round the outside, gets the move done, moves himself up in a P3. Great overtake there from Nigel. Job done it indeed, and I tell you what, mate, if he's going to make his strategy work, he has got to get those medium tyres working as best as possible.
Yeah, same goes for Dreadling and Ash Rainbow as well. They all need to get a move on those mediums or they're going to suffer towards the end of this race. Although I will say, the people who say the softer compounds and the faster compounds, I'm sorry, not this year. The hard tyre.
The hard tyre's better. It's a better tyre. It's a better all-round tyre. Absolutely. Stumbled of Ash Rainbow alone. Jason the Chats has just joined LR Esports. Oh, never mind. So a new challenge for me. Jesus Christ, Jason, how many new challenges do you want? Oh, hang on, a base is gone! On the exit of Piratella, a base is gone. Are we going to see a safety car? It's just a VSC at the moment, but a base has gone with it. I don't know if there's a contact in the car or he's made a mistake at Piratella, but he is off and he is out of the race. Wow. Anyway, Jason says, yeah, just join LR Esports, so a new challenge for me. How many new challenges do you want? That's your 4th esports team in 4 days, Jason, isn't it? You're going through them all. Who's next?
Who is LR?
Not much. To be fair.
Are you trying to get this team to fold as well, Jason? Because you did it with ERC, didn't you?
I'm just kidding. Well, LR were the team that we were supposed to race in. Oh, great battle here between Piles and Ash Rainbow, by the way. That we were supposed to race in last week's WRS Trophy, and they didn't turn up.
Oh.
So, yeah, they didn't turn up in that race. Whether they had problems, I don't know. But it was a 5v5v5, and they provided a grand total of 0 drivers. So
that's a shame.
So it ended up with TIR just kicking ass. I think we got top 4 out of 5, I think, in that trophy race, I think. Absolutely dominated it. Great stuff. From
you know what, Giles is doing with his teammate, Dan Motorsport, the world of favours here, because not only is Dan able to look after these hards a lot more, but he's also keeping with the medium runner of Ash Rainbow, so he's putting him in a good position.
I disagree with that, and I'll tell you the reason why, because they're both on the same strategy, mate. Giles needs to get out of the way. He is causing, at the moment, unless he can find pace in his tyres, he is causing a huge bottleneck, which means that both himself and Dan Motorsport are going to be very vulnerable to undercuts and overcuts on pit strategy.
Oh, and here comes Wado.
Yeah, Wado on the push now, Dan Motorsport. Bit of DRS now kicking its jump on board with. They both got DRS. It's a bit of a DRS train at the moment. Oh, hang on. Got to go on to the lead a minute. Brutal and Briefing Cow. Just having a quick look at that. Okay, Ash Rainbow and Farmer Giles. Ash Rainbow's got the move done on Giles, and that's important. He's cleared him, finally, and he can push. Now, I wonder if we're going to see some team orders now, and Dan Motorsport getting on the radio to say, can you ask Giles to let me through? Because at the moment, it looks like Dan's got the pace, and Giles is just struggling a little bit on those hard tyres. He's not been able to make them really work yet. Although I think, looking at his lap times, mate, looking at the gaps, I think he is just starting to get them fired up now. It's taken a while, but he is starting to get those tyres fired up.
We've got Bruno facing the wrong way.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Bruno there, yeah, on the exit of, where was he? Tozer, I think.
It was Tozer, yeah.
Or Tosser, as we like to call it now.
That's my pronunciation of it, yeah. I think Giles might have to wait for the start-finish straight and then try and do the boxing in of the McLaren behind him, just to try and keep it from taking the positions off them both, in fairness.
Let's have a look and see how they tackle this a minute. Let's look at it from Wado's POV. Yeah, go on.
You're Giles, you're going to want to go on the inside to let Dan have the run and have the speed for the outside of the corner.
See, as soon as
on the inside for the next one.
As soon as Ash Rainbow gets released, mate, he sets the fastest lap of the race straight away. So he knows he's got some pace around here.
No, it wasn't close enough.
It's not the easiest track to overtake on. Even that, what you'd think would be a long run down through turn 1 into turn 2, you get a lot of overtaking done, but it's surprisingly how little overtaking that gets done there. It's an old school race circuit. It's narrow. Overtaking spots are limited. It's got a lot of elevation changes, and it's an attritional track for the modern Formula 1 car, where you've got to almost wait for mistakes in many ways. A bit of dreadling at the moment, all over the back of Brave Container, making their way down towards Aqua Minerale. Lap number 6 out of 32. Still an awful long way to go.
Yeah, I think we're also now getting into the zone where the hard tyre is going to start being better than the medium. So even though, AJ, what's happened to AJ?
Oh, AJ's had a moment, he's had a spin, I think. He's managed to get it back going again, but that's just cost him P3. So that moves Scattergold and everybody else up one more position. Now, is he going to pit? Has he got damage on that car? We're going to take a look in a minute. I think he may be okay.
Brutal and Briefing.
Okay, let's jump on board. As Brutal retakes the lead just in time coming into the Tamburello chicane, gets the job done, gets himself into P1. Of course, he didn't have a good start. He was caught by Briefing Cow on the run down to turn 2 on the opening lap. It's taken him a while, but he's finally cleared Briefing Cow as they come into Tozer, lap number 7. Yellows in sector 1. We've got, I think it's Knizlov. It is indeed. And Preacher goes through.
I think AJ's driving angry now because he's swarming all over the back of Wado in that McLaren.
Okay, well, he had the pace, didn't he, straight away? And yeah, as you say, the hard tyres within the next lap or so are going to start to take over as de facto the quickest tyre. Should be a straightforward one stop here without a safety car. Some of the guys may try and extend their hard run to go into softs, depending on track temperature, of course.
Yeah, they're already dropping the medium runners.
Oh, so I just spun it. He spun up the exit of the Variante Alta. That's the second time he's spun it, and that's dropped him down to P11. He is going to be an unhappy driver in that cockpit. Let's have a look at Dreadling. He should have, I think, a good run here at Brave Container. Brave Container's dropped out of DRS range of Wado. So he's a bit of straight line speed here. He'll burn off some of the battery. He's going to get the overtake done here. Which way does he go? Switches to the outside line, coming in towards the Tamburello chicane, and gets the move done. Yeah, it's a good overtake there. Nice bread and butter move from Dreadling. Moves himself up into P8. Up front, we've got Brutal trying to now pull away a little bit from Briefing Cow. They've been pretty much matching each other for pace so far in this race. We're at 25% race distance. A long way to go. As the exit period had a bit of stuff of oversteer there from Briefing Cow. He just corrected quite nicely. as they head down the hill towards Aqua Minerale, and then the climb out of Minerale towards the Variante Alta. Okay, so that's as you were. We're actually going to stay with this battle just for a little while.
Yeah, it's like I say, they're pulling away from the medium runners because they've already dropped them by 4/10 over the last 2 laps, so the hards are coming into their own now, mate.
Absolutely, mate. Totally agree, totally agree. Briefing can maybe close enough for a run here.
You can run them as well to about lap 22, 23 on the hards, so then it's your decision if you want the softs or the mediums for the end of the race. So you can run them quite deep into this. Whether you want to is a different matter.
We saw Vettel last night actually do the hard to soft run and ended up P2. So he had some good pace last night. That was Vettel 5, the artist formerly known as Iro Schumacher in Div 4.
I always wait for you to say the artist formerly known as Prince. I don't know why, but I always wait for you to say that.
Not going to happen.
Is that an age thing again?
Yeah, it's an age thing. Excuse me, but one thing Briefing Cow is doing quite nicely is just conserving his battery, staying within DRS range of Brutal. Yellow's in sector 1, that's Knizzle off again. And that is at Tamburello. But say what Briefing Cow is doing is staying, he's just not using his battery, just sitting in behind Brutal at the moment. Brutal is having to deploy quite a bit of battery to stay ahead of Briefing Cow. So at the moment, advantage to Briefing Cow. Scattergold, let's look at his medium tyre wear. To be honest, mate, his tyre wear is the same as the hard runners in front of him. He is really looking after his tyres.
That's quite interesting.
So that's Rainbow, he's looking after his mediums as well. So Dreadling, he's the other medium runner. Yeah, he's got a little bit more tyre wear.
Here we go, Briefing. Oh, yeah, he deployed. Yeah.
Deployed that time, got the job done. Moved himself up into P1.
Yeah, I think Brutal didn't even try and defend it either, so he's managed to save that little bit of battery from not defending it, and now he's going to have the chance to store some battery now and maybe get pulled along by Briefing.
Yeah, Scattergold is sitting there quite nicely, still slowly but surely bringing the gap down. 1.4 seconds, it was 1.6. So those two fighting is keeping Scattergold very interested in this run. To say he is looking after his tyres pretty nicely, to be fair.
Yeah, looking at the two Alpines, and considering Dan was way quicker than Piles, he's not pulled away from him massively, and also Waddo doesn't seem to be able to close the gap either on Piles, so they're a little bit of no man's land.
Dan's tyres though are looking quite a bit healthier at the moment. Looking at the comparison there on the biometry, Waddo for example. Let's look at Dreadling's tyres. Yeah, he's 46% wear now, so Dreadling's going to be getting close to his pit window, I think.
Would that be something to do with people using pad and wheel as well, though, because they're able to conserve the life of the tyres a bit more?
Yeah, I mean, wheel users generally don't take so much out of the tyres because it's just the jerky movements, of course, of a pad. It's very, very hard to be smooth on a pad. It's just the nature of controllers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
just me being a pad user and you being a wheel user, it's the comparison there of, I know how long my tyres last for, and they are screaming at me. It's 70% at the end of the race.
I don't normally last long enough to find out how long my tyres are going to last for. So
I didn't want to bring that up.
Well, it's not normally me. It's not normally me that crashes. It's somebody who crashes into me, which unfortunately happens quite a bit. Well, it used to. It doesn't happen anymore because I don't league race. I haven't got time.
AJ spun again, mate.
Oh, that's unfortunate for AJ. I wonder if he might be even tempted to go try and change it to 2 stoppers so he can push his tyres. Maybe do possibly a medium soft 2 stopper. Just to try, mix it up, try something different.
Makes me think that the track might be slightly warm and he's not adjusted his tyre pressures after quali, so
yeah, possibly.
Could be the reason for the spins this evening. Dreadling, though.
Costas, one of his scatter is going to mirror what the front two do. Now, the interesting thing, I'm going to come back to that thought in a second. I'm just watching Dreadling at the moment. He's going to be close enough probably for a run at Waddo, so we're going to jump on board with Dreadling. He's got some DRS. He's going to be close enough for a run at Waddo. Waddo's not got DRS and Giles. I don't know if Dreadling's going to be quite close enough. I think it's just about run out of road, I think. Yeah, he is just about run out of road there, unfortunately. both him and Waddo got about the same DRS. But what I want to have a look at, just very briefly, is the tyre wear. 46% on those hards are 40% for Brutal. Scatter goal 45. This is going to be interesting because Cos says will Scatter going to mirror, i.e. pit when they pit, but he'll be switching onto the hards. It's an interesting call because at the moment he is matching lap times. If anything, he's a little bit quicker than both the hard runners. Oh, hello, Preacher's had a spin.
Yeah.
At on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane. I think he's dropped into the gravel.
Yeah, he's got no wing damage, so he's okay.
Okay.
Maybe a bit of pride.
Possibly. I mean, the hard runners up front are not scheduled to pit for another 5 or 6 laps. Well, I'd say 5. The window's going to open for around about laps 16 to 19 for hards to mediums, and laps 20 to 22 if anyone can stretch it to hard to softs.
Tell you what, Brutal's running a real skinny wing on that Red Bull because he gains so much time on the straight to brief. And I know he's got the DRS, but he's got some straight line speed about him tonight. Brutal.
Top 3 are stretching away there from Mass Rainbow. See, Dan Motorsport, he was looking after his tyres. He has picked up a time penalty, but he is now starting to clear Giles, the gap up to nearly 3 seconds. So, just watching Ash Rainbow at the moment. I'm going to just go onto the broadcast cams. He makes his way up through Aqua Minerale. So he's looking after his tyres pretty nicely. 50% though, so he's getting. I think he'll be going onto the hards. Probably another couple of laps, maybe 3 at a push. But the tyre wear.
I was going to say those hards can go because of even the wear percentage being so minimal for both of the medium and the hards at the moment. The hards will still be able to go longer than the mediums.
Yeah, because the medium tyres lose more percentage wearing in 1 lap.
Yeah, but their performance will drop as well. You know, they're not going to be as good.
Yeah, I'm just looking through tyre wear at the moment. See, Preacher's looking after his. Although he's spun, he's actually looking after his hards really well.
And that'll be. I mean, if you look at AJ's hards, I reckon his hards are pretty much on what, maybe 50% now, because of the spins.
Let's have a little look. I don't want to be dwelling on that too. 48 on his rears, 40 on his fronts. I'm just going to take a look at this 3-way dancer between Waddo, Brave Container and Dreadling as they make their way out of the Villeneuve chicane down towards Tosa, lap 14. We're approaching half race distance. The pit window has now opened, which should now be open for the medium runners, should any of them be pitting onto hard tyres, which I think, looking at the tyre wear, they all will be. Scattergold may go the longest. He's still matching the race leader for pace at the moment.
He's not far off being in the DRS as well of Brutal.
Very, very close. Very, very close. Brutal himself has got DRS again. In fact, Scatter may have just picked up DRS. Let's have a little look, actually.
I don't think he did. I think he was just...
Yes,
he
has.
Did.
Yeah, he has.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought he had. And look at Brutal's going for a move on briefing car. Here we go. Side by side coming through turn 1 in towards turn 2. Looks like Brutal's going to get the job done. Takes the inside line. Nicely done there. Moves himself back into the lead. These two fighting, though, they're helping Scattergold because Scattergold's just getting a nice tail all right. Dreadling has pulled the trigger. He has come in to drop those medium tyres. He should be going on to set of hard compound tyres now. Brave Container is getting very, very close to the back of Waddo. They've dropped Bloisey a little bit now. I don't know if Bloisey's had a bit of a slight moment somewhere, but they have dropped him. And Brave Container is all over the back of Waddo as they make their way out for the Villeneuve chicane down towards Tosa. Lap 15 out of 32, still a long, long way to go. Dreadling, as expected, moves on to the hard compound tyre. And he'll go to the end on those tyres. Bob the Builder just overtakes him, yet to make a pit stop, of course. Dreadling will want to try and clear Bob the Builder though as quickly as he possibly can so he can go chasing after the other drivers. Just watching Brave Container as they come through Aqua Minerale. He is getting very, very close to the back of Waddo. Not been able to make a pass yet. As Giles picks up a 3-second time penalty on the exit of the Variante Alta. As they make their way down now, down the winding hill towards the Ravazza corners. Scattergold is right there, man. He's just 8 tenths off briefing car at the moment. Let's just jump
he
on
missed
board.
out on DRS literally by a tenth on this lap, so he's had to drive his battery a little bit to keep with them.
Right, is Brave Container going to have a run at Watto? This may be where he gets the move done. He's getting closer and closer and closer to go around the outside. Going to switch to the inside line in towards the Tamperella chicane. They're side by side, they make contact, and Brave Container's been spun around. Should he have viewed it, or should Watto have given him the room? Watto went off as well, so interesting. The cars came together, they're both taking different angles. As Briefing Cow, did one very wide there in the entrance to Acca Minerali and picked up a time penalty. Saw that on stream there. But yeah, the two cars came together and then just got bounced off each other. So they came into the Tamperella chicane at different angles, and neither driver was willing to give ground.
It's not a nice chicane, to be honest, to be wanting to do overtakes on. It's get it done by the corner or
exactly.
Leave it.
Yeah, you've got to get the job done before. You really, really have. Dredlinger's got past Bob the Builder as well, so that's quite important.
He'll be motoring now on them hard tyres. He's going to need the clear air, and I think he's got the clear air as well.
He has. He's got a lot of clear air now, so he can start maybe putting pressure on the likes of Bloisey and Brave Container. Scattergold did a really good stint. Is he going to try and do the impossible here and stretch these out and go medium soft? Surely not. Surely medium soft is not possible here.
If you get one of those inconceivable safety cars, which we haven't seen a lot of
then
around
then it becomes possible. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, he's still matching the tyre wear of Brutal, of Briefing Cow, but Brutal is okay. I think Brutal is going possibly for the hard soft one stopper. Briefing Cow is going to have to pit. He's got the same tyre wear as Scatter Gold. He's burnt through his tyres. So Scatter and Brutal have looked after their tyres. Let's look at Ash Rainbow's mediums. They're looking pretty ugly. 71% on that right rear tyre as he exits very anti-outer.
Oh, Bruno.
Is that Bruno? Is that a spin, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, Briefing Cow stays out. Scatgold comes in. He's bailing out. I imagine a set of hards going on there. I can't for the life of me think he's putting sauce. Ash Rainbow is also dropping his medium tyres.
Doesn't have a front wing at all.
Okay. He's going to have to pit then for a new front wing. It's probably not so bad for him because he's just pit stop around about now anyway. Scatgold is going to softs. Ash Rainbow's going to... Oh, well, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I think that's not going to work. I'd be very...
Was they supposed to choose the soft? That's really bizarre.
Well, the thing is, they both started on the medium tyres, and they've obviously looked at it and thought, well, hang on, we've done 18 on the set of mediums, so why can't I do 14 on the set of softs? Well, it's possible, but I don't know. What do you think, guys? Guys in the chat, I think that's a little too risky. Those tyres are going to be, if not puncturing, off the cliff at the last 2 or 3 laps. AJ has pitted, new set of mediums going on his car. Brut is now starting to stretch, mate. He's got the advantage of 2.2 seconds of a Briefing Cow.
I genuinely think that they've just cost themselves a lot of points in this Grand Prix.
I think they have. Hard tyres the way to go. Briefing Cow's coming in.
Yeah, what's he going to choose then?
Well, you think mediums here. 18, 19 laps on the medium on the hard compound tyre. What's he putting on? Is that a set of softs going on?
Mediums.
No, it's mediums.
No,
okay. Yeah, that's the right strategy call from him. Now, I'm going to jump on board with Scar Gold though to see if he's got an undercut. So he's going to be very quick for a few laps, and those tyres are just going to fall off a cliff. It's a long pit exit though here. So here comes Scatter Gold now. Where is Briefing Cow going to come out? He's going to come out in front. I think he is. Yes, he is. Comfortably.
Yes, by miles.
Well, that has just not worked out for Scatter Gold at all. He's lost time. He's gone to the soft tyres and he's lost time as well. Which means now he's going to have to take even more life out of these tyres. The one thing, right, that I'm thinking that I've noticed is it's getting a bit darker.
There is a bit overcast. We didn't get a weather report.
Yeah, we didn't get a weather report. Is rain going to come and play in the come and play a major factor in the last couple of laps, possibly. Briefing Cow is shaping up though for a move on Brave Contain. Needs to clear Brave as quick as he can, but obviously doesn't want to take too many risks as well. He's moving towards the Virianti outer. Gets a pretty good exit. He's going to probably overtake him on the run down towards Ravatsas. But the thing is, then that's going to allow Brave Contain to come back on DRS. Here he comes side by side coming down to Ravatsas. He was going to brake. And in fact, it's Brave Container who brakes very early indeed.
A base was in your stream. He could give you a weather report. Was there a risk of rain at base? That's the question we want to know now.
See, Brave Container's now going to come straight back at Scatter. So Scatter's move. Well, I don't know. I made spin a clear.
Threadlink's off the track.
Oh, that's unfortunate, dude. He's very anti-outer. That's unfortunate. That's cost him big time.
Can't see any damage to the car though, so I think it's again just pride. But there's a gaggle. Beer, there's a gaggle. You know, your word.
Not yet. Not really.
Getting there. Braver, Scatter, Wado.
Yeah.
You know, they're all there or thereabouts.
It's a couple. It's not a gaggle yet. It's not quite a gaggle.
How many's a gaggle, mate? How many's a gaggle?
It's certainly not a menagerie either. I'll say Scatter has not been able to clear Brave Container yet, mate. He has not been able to find a way past him. This is just hurting his race, big time.
Yeah, the softs just don't have the performance in them, mate, that the other tyres have got this year.
I think Brute was doing hard softs.
You need to leave them in the pits and just use the others, because they are absolutely dog poo.
I actually think, mate, the top four are all doing hard to soft, mate. Right, here comes Scatter now. He's going to clear Brave Container now. He's going to get the job done. He'll move himself over to P6. With a pretty straightforward overtake there with a bit of DRS. Gets it done even before the kink of turn 1. So he's been released now, but he's going to have to go chasing after Briefing Cow. He's lost time
what, mate,
there.
They've been a bit sneaky and quiet, but damn Motorsport and Piles, mate, position 2 and 3,
yeah,
they're not looking too shabby,
That's
are they?
what I said, they're all top four get to pit. The only problem is, though, they obviously they can't double stack. What they would love now is a safety car.
Oh, wow, and a massive bit of oversteer there from Piles, and he nearly lost it going through Aqua Minerale, mate.
Let's jump on board the 2 out, please. Look at the tyre wear. 71 and 63. So Giles could come in earlier if they're working together, because his tyres are now just about shot, and put a set of softs on 10 laps.
Rain, though, is that what's keeping
them
out?
I don't know. The hard soft does work. We saw that last night. The strategy is a good strategy call. As to whether or not there's rain in the air as well, because the sun is completely gone. It's gone completely overcast now. Ash Rainbow's got past Wado, the team of clowns swapping over. Giles, okay, stays out. So the top four, they're all staying out. Bloisey, yeah, he stays out as well. But it's starting to look quite
a bit
dark.
of a cliffhanger, this one.
It is indeed. Wado comes in. Okay, he's decided to pit in now. So that'll be a new set of soft compound tyres, I would presume, going on that car. He's actually got quite a nice gap all the way back to Preacher. He'll probably come out in front of Preacher.
Wado's got onto the mediums.
Onto the medium. Okay, it's a safety. It's a conservative choice of tyre. It certainly works because he can push hard. But the question is he going to gain much position? So here comes Bob the Bullet. Is he going to clear Wado? I didn't think he would, but I think he is there. Now, yeah, he's going to comfortably clear him. And there goes AJ at the inside and towards turn 2, and AJ gets the move done as well on those much fresher medium compound tyres. Bob the Builder was yet to make a pit stop, as indeed has Knizzle. Let's just go a bit further up. We've got Briefing Cow all over the back of Bloisey. Bloisey, of course, also yet to make a pit stop. I think Briefing Cow will take the lead. I think he's undercut Brutal, but Brutal will be on much fresher tyres. Brutal stays out for another lap.
Yeah, I think Giles is really struggling as well. Bloisey seems to be chomping into his the gap now, and he's bringing him into, he's reeling him in. But he's also being pushed by Briefing Cow.
And here comes Briefing Cow on Bloisey, fairly comfortable move there, gets the job done. He moves himself back up to P4. So he is the lead car of everyone who's pitted so far. Yellow's in Sector 2, we've got a car off. Knizzle, I think, has had a moment. He's about to be a lap down as well, I think.
Oh.
We've got...
Is that VSC?
They've got a VSC, mate.
Oh.
So the race is now neutralised. A few cars there would have been hoping to see a full safety car.
If you're an Alpine, you are rubbing your hands together right now. And a Brutal.
Well, the VSC pit stops don't really work in this game, do they? It's a bit of a funky one. Right, Bob the Builder's in the pits, making his schedule stop. He's going to hope to try and get out in front of Brutus and doesn't get lapped. But what are the two
Depends how
Alpine
long the
drivers
VSC
do?
stays out for as well,
Yeah,
mate.
exactly. Dan Motorsport can pit now, and he may well, and Giles may well not be held up. They're just coming out of. He's coming out of. It's raining. It's raining, mate.
I can't. Is it?
It's raining. Dan's got a drive-through penalty for speeding. He's missed his
Oh, it
delta.
is?
Dan's missed his delta. He's got a drive-through. His race has just gone to rat shit.
And VSC's ended.
Yeah, VSC's ended. Brute's come in and put softs on, okay? So they don't expect the rain to get any harder. Or is Brutal gambling? What's Dan Motorsport going to do? Well, his race has just gone out the window. Is he going to send the drive-through now? It's going to stay with him. Yeah, looks like, yeah, he's serving the drive-through now. Giles stays out as well. And here comes Briefing Cow and Giles. Is he going to get the job done? They're side by side for Tamburello. They're still side by side. They're squabbling. And Briefing Cow has to back out of that one. He's going to come back at him again down towards the Villeneuve chicane. There's Bloisey, who's suddenly got interested in this. I would want to get off these hard tyres though now with the rain, mate. These old tyres, and there goes Brutal straight through as well on those fresh soft compound tyres. Briefing Cow gets past Giles. Now Brutal needs to clear Giles as quickly as possible. DRS is disabled. That's normally a sign that heavier rain is on its way. This race has got very interesting. Good evening, Dizzy Barracuda. How you doing, man? Welcome. Charles really struggling for grip there, for traction as he exits Aqua Minerale. Is Brutal going to send one into the chicane? Goes lay on, brakes in the chicane. Beautifully done from Brutal. If you can hold it. Oh, that was awesome. Hit the clips, guys. Hit the clip button. That was a lovely bit of driving there from Brutal. Timed it absolutely perfectly. I think it's on the charge. Surely Giles is going to come in and drop those tyres now. But what does he do? Is it going to be soft? It's going to be intermediate tyres. Right, Giles is in. I want to see what Giles puts on, mate. And in fact,
you're not the only one I'm on board with him, yeah.
Bloisey comes in. Bloisey comes in as well. Right, what's going on in these cars? Slicks or intermediate? Oh, intermediates on one of them at least. On Ash Rainbow, I think it's gone for intermediate tyres. Yeah, intermediates for Giles as well. Oh, we've got some serious mixed strategies here. We've got intermediates on 4 cars, ladies and gentlemen. Piles has pitted intermediates. Bloisey's pitted intermediates. Ash Rainbow's dropped his softs and come onto intermediates. Brave Containers on intermediates. Dan Motorsport, after serving his drive-through, has come in now and put intermediate tyres on. Wow, it's all happening. The track is looking wet, mate.
It is looking greasy as hell, and I think Giles has played an absolute blinder.
Well, he had no choice. I think.
No, but I mean, he stayed out the extra lap just to let the DRS be disabled, and he's only got to make the one stop for the inters instead of pitting with his teammate under the VSC.
Right, Brutal's going
to the softs.
Right, Canissa's picked up a 3-second time penalty. Is the track? I mean, that looks so wet. That track looks saturated already. Yellows in sector 3s. Oh, someone's gone off. Preacher, I think, has gone off. 5-second penalty for scatter goal for corner cutting. It's all happening. Brutal, though, is still finding some grip, but surely they're going to have to come in and get rid of those tyres.
I think this is what could cause a safety car now with the mixed conditions.
Yeah, they're in.
Tyres.
They're in, all coming in. Leaders are in, going on to intermediate tyres now. So how's this work for Giles? Where is Giles? He's coming out of outer. Okay, the leaders should clear him.
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest in-lap, did he? Because he was struggling for the grip and the changing conditions, so it's cost him a bit of time. But I still think he's played a blinder there for himself. He could jump scatter gold though.
Oh, he will. He will. Yeah, he's gone past scatter gold already. In fact, this could be close on the exit here. The leaders. This is very close. In fact, he's going to take the lead. Giles is going to take the lead. Wow. But he is carrying a time penalty. Yellows in sector 1. We've got somebody off. We've got a hat off. Is that scatter gold? I think the scatter gold. Is that scatter gold going off? Possibly having a moment. He's lost a lot of time. I saw yellows in sector 1. But it's all happening. Let's go on to the broadcast cam because it is all happening here. But Giles timed his pit stop.
No damage.
Okay, with Giles though, timed his pit stop as you mentioned, and he has leapfrogged everybody into P1, but he is carrying a time penalty. So Brutal can just sit in behind them and take the win, but I know Brutal, he'll want to win this on track.
Yeah, this is one. Here's one for you, Bear. Because of how slow Giles was on the hard tyre, is his car set for a bit of downforce? Has he got the grip that he needs on these wet tyres to maybe get the 3-second gap he wants?
You think he did a hybrid setup?
Yeah,
possibly, possibly, mate. That is a possibility. Let's see how he gets on these first couple of laps, anyway. On these intermediate tyres, the top 5 are all nose to stern. This is a real scrap. Oh, Giles got a little bit out of shape there, and Brutal's going to have a run at him straight away here, I think. Yep. Giles got out of shape, but he's got a good bit of straight line speed. Let's have a little look. I think Brutal's just got the advantage to coming down towards turn 1. He is going to have the balls under braking. In fact, Giles keeps the lead. He keeps the lead from Brutal. And look at Briefing Cow right there in P3. I've got to jump on board these cars, mate, because they're so close. Look at this, ladies and gents, coming in towards the Villeneuve chicane, and they've got some a back marker up in front of them as well.
That is that's too close. Oh.
AJ's had a spin out of the second Ravazza. As it stands at the moment, Bloisey is net P2, believe it or not. Ash Rainbow is also on the podium. Giles and Briefing Cow, as it stands, are not going to get podiums. But I think a lot's going to happen over the next 5 laps.
Yeah. It's bound to, mate, especially with the changing conditions. Got a little yellow.
Went to the back of Brutal there. That's AJ's gone off again, I think. I think it's AJ's Grace Aston Martin.
It is. Oh, and he hasn't got a front wing.
Oh, so he is going to probably end up a lap down. But Giles is actually he's coping perfectly fine at the moment on these intermediate tyres. He's looking actually pretty racy.
Yeah, and to be fair, Briefing Cow pushing Brutal's doing Giles a favour because he's able to take the lines he wants to do now and not have to worry about defending as hard. Might be able to start pulling away slightly from him and increasing that gap to help his penalty.
Possibly, he's got to find a lot of time though.
Oh, there's incidents in this before the end of this race. There's going to be some.
Was indeed, and there's Briefing Cow going up the inside there at Tozer on Brutal. They're side by side. He's got the better traction at the corner. I think Brutal's got slightly better traction. Briefing Cow's going to have to back out of that when he's coming towards Piratella. Lap 28 out of 32. It's all building up for a real finale. Blois is just starting to drop off the pace. I think Ash Rainbow's going to try and make a move on Bloisey as they come down to Aqua Minerale. Oh my goodness me, what an overtake from Ash Rainbow. That was stunning. Around the outside on intermediates into Aqua Minerale, got an overtake done. That was fabulous. Great drive in from Ash Rainbow. Opportunistic, he was brave. It was Verstappen-esque. Great overtake, moves himself up into P4, and for him it's net P2.
It is. Got his pedal to the metal, mate, and he's definitely showing us what he's got in these conditions. He's going to be known as the Rainmaster if he can get P1 out of this one.
Absolutely, that was just a beautiful overtake. That was just exquisite. Well, here comes Brutal on Giles. Straight, no DRS, of course, though. So, and again, it looks like that Alpine's been is still got a bit of straight line speed in it. I don't think it's. I don't think they've put a lot extra downforce on it. He's quick in a straight line. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, he is. He's able to position his car as well, though, in the right place. I just
think he's happy on these intermediate tyres. AJ, Bob the Builder's had a spin. AJ's been lapped as well. Are we going to see it? We've got a safety car.
It is a safety car.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's just killed the race. That's just killed the race. I freaking hate this game. Why are you bringing out a safety car on lap 29? Particularly when Preacher... Oh, it's just... Oh, man, that's horrible. I hate seeing that, I really do.
It's killed it. We had some
absolutely
really good fighting then.
Pajala, how you doing, John? Good to see you, Sully, my old mucker. How you doing down under? Welcome in, mate.
Good day.
AJ's picked up a penalty there. So as it stands at the moment, it looks barring disasters. In fact, your podium finishes will be Brutal, Ash Rainbow, and quite possibly Bloisey. Farmer Giles and Breathing Cow may not get podiums, which would be a shame.
Well,
it would be a real shame.
It's the safety car's going to come in at the start of lap 32.
It has to. It's not going to end under the safety car. I mean, I've not seen yet on this game a race ending under the safety car, but, well, I wouldn't put it past it.
Have you ever seen a race end under the safety car on the game? You know, on previous games?
No, I don't think I have, to be fair. I can't recall seeing one, mate.
Because, I mean, this is only the second F1 game that I've ever played online, so you guys have got a lot more experience regarding that than me.
Yeah,
so that's why I thought I'd ask.
I can't recall, mate. I'm going to be honest. Okay, Giles then is the race leader from Brutal, but they say the race. If you just joined us, the race is neutralised. As you can see, just looking ahead of Giles' car, but the safety car is out. And well, to be honest, I don't think he was going to win anyway, and I think he may have scraped a P3 possibly. Because of the simple fact he wasn't going to pull enough of a gap in time. But this is just frustrating, knowing that, you know, okay, there may have been only a very small chance of you winning a race, but now that chance has just been taken away from you.
Here we go, safety car in this lap.
Okay, so we're actually going to get 2 laps of racing still. Interesting. Right, Joss is back in the pack up, so guys, just be careful now they don't drive into the back of each other.
AJ's done the most sensible thing I've seen a driver do, and that is drive off the track so that all the cars on the lead lap can be in front of him.
Yeah, that's good to see, man. Okay, so we're going to get going. Rapid Pajai says, good mate, just want to confirm the pre-race weather was dry and ended up being a wet race, asking for a mate called... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. Okay, Giles has gone. He's bolted early. He's got a pretty good restart, to be fair. From Brutal in P2, Briefing Cow P3, Ash Rainbow 4, Bloisey 5, Brave Container in P6 as they make their way out through turn 1 in towards the Tamburello chicane on this penultimate lap of what has been a wet race. Briefing Cow gets out of shape there, gets well out of shape, just manages to hold it. But it's going to allow Ash Rainbow to have a run, possibly down towards the Villeneuve chicane. Is Ash Rainbow going to pop to the inside? No, not quite close enough. But Ash Rainbow looking particularly racy. Behind those, Scatter Gold and Dan Motorsport are also really, really close. Of course, you've got to feel for Dan Motorsport. He was the guy I think could have won this race with the if it hadn't been for that. Oh, 2 cars are taking each other out. I've just jinxed it. Scatter Gold and Dan Motorsport have taken each other out. Scatter was DNF'd. Dan Motorsport is in the wall minus a wing. Oh, they got tangled on the exit of Tozer. They just got the 2 cars just got tangled up. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just one of them when they couldn't separate the vehicles from being entwined. Then it's just,
and they just both shimmied off. Oh, big crash, and that was trying to work out whose fault that was. Watto and Brave Container collided, and Dredden got caught up in it. Oh dear! In fact, I think it was Watto's fault. He tagged the back of Brave Container into Aqua Minerale. Brave Container's come worse off there, so I think Watto could be wearing a penalty for that one if I've seen it right. But on the last lap, ladies and gents, Piles is the race leader from Brutal. Now, what Brutal does not want to do now is pick up a time penalty here on this final lap. He's going to be wary that Briefing Cow is just behind him as well. Briefing Cow is desperate to pass him. Ash Rainbow in P4, Bloisey now in P5, Watto P6, but he could be in a bit of change. It's unfortunate there, Scatter Gold. I take it just looked like a bit of a racing incident. It's hard to tell, but the car's just got tangled up on the exit of Tozer.
Giles needs a lap of his life here.
Yeah, he does.
Any hope.
Brave Container's going overtaking Dredden because Dredden has got wing damage, I'm pretty sure. But here we go then. We've got the final few corners coming up. We're about halfway through the laps. They're coming down towards Aqua Minerale for the final time. Piles has got Brutal swarming all over the back of him with Briefing Cow right there as well. This is your top 3. But Ash Rainbow at the moment is still net P2.
Yeah, I'm on board with Ash. I just want to make sure he gets round all right on this final lap.
Right, here we go then. Coming through the outer chicane for the final time. So don't worry about Ash Rainbow. I can see him, mate. It just go on Bloisey because he could still do it. And Briefing Cow's attacking Brutal. Brutal just plays it smart, lets him through. He's got the win. All he's got to do is just keep it clean out of the Rivazzas, and he will take the victory here. So Giles is going to cross the line first. Briefing Cow's going to cross the line second. Brutal's going to win on count, but we think Ash Rainbow is going to come home in P2. Here we go. They come across second flag, and that's the confirmation. There we go. Brutal gets the win. Championship leader gets the win and extends his gap at the top. Ash Rainbow gets the P2 on penalty count, but Giles, though, does get the podium as AJ's car hits the wall. And Briefing Cow's P4, Bloisey P5, 106, Brave Container. Still got Dan Motorsport coming through. He crosses the line in P9. Knizzle is going to come home in P10. And then we're just waiting for Bruno, just coming to exit in the Rivazzas. The last car still running. And he is, well, still on the lead lap, I should say. And he crosses the line in P11. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oof.
Well, we said it ruined the last couple of laps, but it kind of spiced it up a little bit more.
It kind of did, but kind of ruined it, I think. But let's give you a rundown then of the final result, if you'll let me. Okay, let's give you confirmation. So Brutal then takes the victory from Ash Rainbow in P2. Final Piles in P3. Briefing Cow gets the fastest lap, so I will all sort the channel points out shortly. In P4. Bloisey then in P5, good drive again from Bloisey. Watto in P6, Brave Container in 7, Dreadling 8, Dan Motorsport 9, Knizzle 10, Bruno 12, Bruno 11, AJ 12. Scattergold will score points, classified as finishing 2 laps down in P13, and then we've got DNS for Bob the Builder and a base. So that is your race standings, ladies and gents. I'm just going to go on and sort that prediction out for you guys. So will the winner on track get fastest lap? The answer was no, and a lot of you got it right. Well done, those who got it right. So I'm going to redeem your channel points now. There you go, enjoy. Well done for calling that one correctly. And just to give you a quick rundown again. What?
I've not heard any sound alerts tonight. Have you turned them off?
Nope, it said no one's used them, dude. In fact, there was a couple of sound alerts very early on.
Oh, okay.
There was, yeah.
Quiet.
There we go, guys. Let's head back to the command centre. Okie dokie. There you go, ladies and gents. That was the Imola Grand Prix, courtesy of Tier 3 in TIR. And that's about it for me for tonight. I'm going to go and put my feet up a little while. But I'll be back tomorrow night, ladies and gents. Of course, there's 3 races happening tomorrow night. We've got TIR Division 2 with Sutto. TR Division 1 with the Roch, and we have the esports racing courtesy of the Racing Guru, the Assist 2's Evolution tier tomorrow night, ladies and gents. I'll be kicking off coverage 8 o'clock, and then when I'm done I'll be raiding one of the other TIR streamers. I'll flip a coin to see who gets lucky tomorrow night with the raid. But Alban, thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, mate, anytime. I always
much.
enjoy myself.
Lovely jubbly. Thank you so much, dude. And thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. But until then, on behalf of me and everybody else here at TIR, take care. Godspeed.